Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Sutra. I'm a certified PA. I graduated PA school around 5 months ago, and currently I am in the job hunt process. And it's been a difficult one for your girl. So I decided I'm just gonna let you guys in on kind of like what's been going on, like why it's been hard for me to find a job and where I'm at right now, like what have I been doing and how I'm feeling. So we're just gonna get straight into it. If you're anything like me, going into PA school, you hear about how the job market is like really good. There's a lot of jobs available, and yeah, basically you're never going to be unemployed, right? And there is some truth to that, but I will say as a new grad, like you're in a completely different ball game because you don't have experience. A lot of employers do want people with experience, so you do have that working against you. And I will say, like, in a saturated area, even though I hate the word saturated because it's just like, people just be throwing out saturated for everything. Oh, this is saturated, this is saturated. I don't think the PA profession is saturated per se because there's a lot of jobs for PAs out there. It's just there's not a lot of jobs for new grad PAs. And I don't even want to say there's not a lot of jobs for new grad PAs. Like, there are jobs, like if you're willing to move, if you're willing to take like a lower salary and stuff like that. But I think just depending on what it is that you are looking for, it is going to be a little bit harder to find a job. So let's talk about me specifically. So I took my PANCE around 3 months ago. Before I took the PANCE, I did start applying to jobs here and there, but nothing serious. Like, I was just like kind of throwing out applications. I didn't hear back anything. My story is not unique, but it's also not the norm, if that makes sense. Like, there are people from my school who did find jobs like right outside of school, like found jobs on rotations and all of that. And we're gonna get into that as well. I was recording my journey through job searching, and it was taking me so long that I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to put out the video that I wanted to put out, which was like how I got a job, and then using those clips to kind of put in that video. But instead, I'm just gonna be giving you guys information like in real time, like what it's like going through the job hunt process. So like I was saying, I took the PANCE. Before taking the PANCE, I did apply to a couple jobs, but nothing really stuck. So after taking the PANCE, I will say that's when I started to hear back more from employers. So I applied to one job and I heard back within like a couple of days for like a phone interview, and this was for a major hospital system. So I had my phone interview. After the phone interview, the lady I spoke to, the recruiter, she was like, okay, like, I really liked you. I'm gonna pass you on to the department for review. So the department are the people who actually work in that field. The recruiter is just kind of vetting you to make sure that, you know, you're qualified, you have all of your things in order, and like they pass you on to the department. So I was under department review for like, I think like 3 months, and then rejection. Yes, so then I got rejected, and this happened to me a couple of times, like with these major hospital systems, where it's like I'll have a phone interview with the recruiter and then it goes well, and then department review, silence. Honestly, like I'll email the recruiter like, hey, like I'm still interested, like what's going on, and silence. That's something else that happens a lot. Like, I get ghosted so much by like recruiters, employers, all of that stuff. And in the beginning, I was definitely like getting in my feelings about it. But I think like now I've built such tough skin around like the job market. I'm just like, listen, take me, don't take me, like it is what it is, you know? So yeah, so that happened to me with a lot of hospital systems. I will say, like, for those, knowing people is so important, like networking and showing your face. So throughout my clinical rotations, I did get to network with some people, but even these people that I networked with, is like there's always a blockage of like either they also end up ghosting me, or like, you know, they just kind of give me the runaround, and it's like it doesn't really go anywhere. So for me personally, I have been having a hard time. And also, like, where I'm located is heavily like Hispanic speaking. So I think like, yes, I know Spanish, but I'm also not fluent in it. So I think that is kind of something that is kind of holding me back. But I'm not like making excuses for myself. And this is also not like a pity party. Like, I don't need like that, because I know like my God has a plan. And yeah, I'm basically just doing this to help others know that you are not alone and there's nothing wrong with you, and you are literally not a failure. I think that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, but it is a-okay. So that's been my experience with like major hospital systems. But even in that, like, I'm not necessarily like giving up because again, like you never know. And I have also heard about like job fairs. I haven't had a chance to attend any job fairs because they just never like align with my schedule. So what I've been using mainly for my applications is Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and LinkedIn, which is so funny because LinkedIn, I absolutely did not want to get on LinkedIn. I remember like before graduating, I had seen this meme and it was like, one thing I know for sure, one thing I know for sure, the job God has for me does not have anything to do with LinkedIn. And I was like, oh, amen, because I am not trying to get on LinkedIn. Like, it just seems like such a hassle to always be like communicating and doing all this stuff. So I was like, I don't want to be on LinkedIn. But lo and behold, not only am I on LinkedIn, I'll be on there like chit-chatting on LinkedIn. Like, your girl is on LinkedIn, okay? So basically, I'm at the point where I'm just doing like, I'm really expanding my job search. You know, like I'm not sticking to any one specialty. I'm not really sticking to any one location, but I am sticking to like, I would say the general like where I'm located right now, but not like any specific city, just because throughout my job search I realized like I really don't want to move, at least not right now, just because of circumstances like planning a wedding and everything, and it's just going to be like extremely difficult to be moving right now. So yeah, I will also say like throughout this period of time I have learned so much about myself, about what I want, about the kind of job I want, because I've been living my life, you know, like I'm not like waking up and not doing anything every day, like just kind of like waiting for a job. Like, no, I'm doing what I have to do. Like, I'm working on my brand, like I'm working out, like I'm doing all of these things. So I feel like the fact that I'm not working but my schedule feels so busy, it also kind of makes me realize like, okay, what kind of job like I'm willing to work and what kind of job I would want. Because I think in the beginning I was willing to do anything. Like I was willing to work like extremely long hours, like do overtime, do all of the things, you know, just to do that. But now I'm kind of like, okay, I kind of have a plan for how I would want things to go. So I am kind of more, I wouldn't even say like picky about the job. Like I'm not really picky about a job, but I am more like self-aware of what I am willing to do and what would fit my schedule best. So something that I did do to try to boost my chances of getting a job was I did call a bunch of places. Like I called places that were hiring and places that weren't hiring, just to see like if I would have a chance. I did email my resume to any places that I found like an email online. I emailed my resume. When I was on LinkedIn, I did reach out to recruiters, managers, everybody I could reach out to like for any specific clinic. So I reached out to them. Good morning, y'all. So excuse me looking quite literally a mess. Yesterday I went through a list of places I would like to potentially work out. So this morning I'm going to be calling these places because I haven't really had any luck going through like Indeed and all of the job forums and stuff. So I was like, let's do some good old-fashioned cold calling. I'm nervous, like I'm not feeling any nerves, but I am nervous. But I'm just telling myself like, these people, they don't know what I look like. And the worst that could happen is I'm in the same position, I guess. I feel rejected, or something good could come out of it. But I was like, let me just record this process for you guys. I think it's also gonna help me kind of get over my nerves a little bit. So yeah, I prayed, and it's currently 7:45. Most of the clinics open sometime between 8 to 9. So I'm trying to call a little bit before they open. So hopefully they do pick up, because I know some clinics also don't pick up if they're not open. Okay, so I'm gonna start calling.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Hello, good morning. My name is Sutra. I'm a certified physician assistant. I'm calling in regards to an online job application I saw for... Yes, I did. I sent it about a week ago. Do you have an email I could send it to? Because, like, I can't apply again on Indeed. Do you have an email? Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Doctor's office?
Hello, good morning. My name is Sutra. I'm a certified physician assistant.
No, I don't have.
Okay.
Oh, I see. No, I'm so sorry. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, that's not a problem. Do you mind if I still send you... Oh.
from 8:30 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. We are either on the phone or away from our desk. Please leave your name and number and a brief.
So right now I'm sending out some emails to some places that I found their emails online.
Thank you for calling the answering service of Dr. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial.
That's something that I have to pass forward to the doctor. I don't know anything in regards to that.
Is there an email address I could potentially send my resume to? Excuse my parents. So it's officially been about a week since I cold called a bunch of places, and I just want to be super transparent and honest with you guys. It has gotten me nowhere. I sent my application out to a couple places via email, and I haven't heard any responses. This week I sent some follow-up emails. This week I've been focusing on LinkedIn, like trying to connect with recruiters that are, like, I apply to a job and then I try to find someone, like a recruiter from that job, and send them some emails. The favorite position I wanted, they said the position is now on hold. I don't know what that means. I don't know. But basically I'm just coming on here to say that it is not sweet and it's very tough, and I find myself being in a funk like as the week goes on. And today's Friday, so it's the last day of the week. Like, I didn't even go to the gym today, and I go to the gym like every day. I don't play about my gym, but I also had to take out my hair, so that's another reason I didn't go. But usually I would have went regardless. So I say all this to say it's very hard, and it does affect your mental, you know. I'm not at a point where like I'm depressed or anything, but I'm definitely feeling down. Like, if you can try to start looking for a job before graduation, I think that's the best thing to do. And I did that too, but it just didn't work out for me. Like, some people did find jobs, and so I'm gonna put it out there that that's something you could do. It didn't work for me. Plus I don't really have like any like connections, you know, like I don't know anyone who's a doctor. I don't know anyone who's this, that, and the third. And then you hit up your preceptors and they ghost you. So that's the situation I'm in right now. And it's like, even though I'm in this period, I still have to like be grateful for everything and remind myself that like life is still good, you know. It's just hard though. It's just hard, and I never want to show you guys like all the good and not the bad. So hopefully I can come on here one day and be like, oh my gosh guys, like I have my dream job. But yeah, like I'm praying, but at this point, oh my God, just thank you for whatever job you do give me. Like, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it well. And that's the only thing that's like really giving me hope. I'm like, I know I'm gonna be a good provider regardless, and I'm gonna put my best foot forward. So really it's other people's loss. But and on LinkedIn, I did end up getting a job interview that was out of town. So I went to the interview and everything, had the interview. It went pretty well. I got the job, and I decided not to take it. Spoiler alert. Good morning. So I actually have an interview today, which is why I'm dressed like this. I actually want to show you guys how I'm dressed. It's a video interview. So I'm going to the gym after, so I have my gym clothes on and my blazer, because who's gonna tell me I'm not dressed professionally right now? Exactly. So yeah, my interview is literally in 15 minutes, so I'm about to log in right now. I'm not feeling super nervous, but I also have another interview coming up at the end of the week, so the ball is rolling. But we're gonna talk after my interview just to kind of give you the rundown of how I'm getting these interviews and how the process has been going, because last time I was on here I was telling y'all. Yeah, so we're going to discuss. So I finished my interview. I'm on my way to the gym now. The interview actually went really well. Yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say except for the location. But yeah, the interview went really well. Like, cause you know, I'm looking for a place that's gonna support me as a new grad, and it definitely seems like that type of place. They're like, there's no like deadline on the training. You train until you're good, like basically, you know. So I really enjoyed that. The pay is good. Like, I told them what I wanted. They were like, sure. I mean, not sure, but the girl was like, she could try to see if she could make that happen, because, you know, I would be like relocating and stuff. The thing is moving. Like, I'm not really trying to move like that for real. Like I'm not really trying to move. But I have a second interview that's in person, so they want me to like see the location and like see, you know, if I could see myself relocating there. So I think I am gonna do that interview, and I'm gonna bring Mike with me so we can kind of, you know, get a feel for the area as well. But yeah. Hello. So it is now April 22nd, and I want to give you guys an update on what's been going on with my job searching. So I did get a second interview with the place I was telling you guys about that I had an interview with. I just feel like I won't be happy at that place, like not at the practice, but in that city, cause yeah, no, like it's just not giving. And I'm open to moving, but I just think that like that's not the city for me. So right now I have another interview tomorrow for another place that's not South Florida based, but I'm more open to moving there. So I have another interview tomorrow. I got called about, well, they messaged me to schedule an interview that's based in South Florida, but when I got back to them, they never answered. I called a place that I've been kind of following with today, and they said that like my application is under review. I've been like emailing recruiters, being on LinkedIn, doing the whole thing. And what else? I also have an interview on Friday that's also not in South Florida, but I'm also open to moving there. So I just wanted to update you guys on what's been going on. And because of this, like job period, like really focusing on trying to find a job and stuff, like, yeah, this is how like I've kind of been like vlogging, I guess. Like I'm vlogging my job search because I feel like I really need to focus on that, and I'm also putting out my brand at the same time. So a lot's been going on. So I've not forgotten about y'all, okay? I just want to kind of get over this period and then get the ball rolling on some things again. But yeah. Because it just didn't feel like the right fit for me at that time. Like every time I thought about the job, like I just felt like a weight was on my shoulder, and I was getting like pretty like, I don't know, like sad about it. And just the fact that I wasn't even working yet and I had that feeling, I was like, this is not the job for me. Now in this point in time, I do have a couple interviews lined up. Like I'm saying, it's kind of just like, you know, you push through it, like you push through it and you network, like even if you don't actually know these people. Because like I just find a number, I find a contact, I find an email, and I just like start emailing that person. I even showed up in person, y'all. Like I showed up in person to places that weren't even hiring, and I did get turned around, ghosted, all of that good stuff. So I think that that can definitely take a toll on your mental health, and I feel like I was starting to reach that point where I was getting like really down on myself, and like I didn't really want to like go to the gym. Like I was just starting to feel like really upset. But I just had a conversation with myself and with God, and just realizing like when I do start working, I am going to put my best foot forward. I am going to be like, and I'm praying for that too, you know, to really put my best foot forward and to be like a good PA and to provide like good quality care to my patients and to be kind to the staff and all of that stuff. So it's like I'm working with the right intentions. I'm applying with the right intentions. So it's really like not a big loss if I don't get a job, because I know that, you know, God has a plan for me and I will get one eventually. So I just wanted to come on here and kind of explain where I'm at with the job search process. And I do feel like obviously every day that goes by is one step closer to finding the job, to getting the job. And thank you guys for all of the support that you guys have been giving me, all of your kind words. I hope that you guys know like how much this really means to me, and it really does touch me, you know, like knowing that I'm not alone in the struggle and you're not alone in the struggle. So if you are in PA school, you know, and you find yourself having to deal with this once you graduate, just remember your old girl, okay? Like it's not the end of the day. Like I'm actually right now in a really good like mental headspace, which I can say I was not a couple months ago. Like, yeah, your girl was really stressed and just like down, but now I just feel like so much better, just knowing that, you know, God has a plan for me, and like waiting, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Like do not despise small beginnings. Like patience is literally the key to everything. So I'm like, yeah, your girl is doing good. As always, if you have any questions, comments, and concerns, let me know, and thank you for tuning in.